Ladies and gentlemen, what is good? Renee Box Young, thank you so much for liking, subscribing, sharing, showing your support, tuning into the lives, commenting in the comment sections. Even though I see y'all know what it is, man. Sometimes I see, family just put, quick salutes, in the comment sections that shows that, y'all are tuned in, Definitely. I really appreciate you all. Subscribers since day one, recent subscribers. This is a platform, Renee Box Young, where we simply discuss, critique, analyze, and simply talk about the sport of boxing in a mature, level-headed fashion. That's what it is. We keep it simple here, man. Don't make it complicated. Don't even worry about, crazy language here. Don't even worry about that. Your kids can learn from the sport of boxing here, definitely. It's family-oriented, Even though I do put some settings here, whatever you want to call it, right, with the YouTube channel, that it's, for adults, just for the fact that unpredictable language may slip out here and there, but it's not from my part, not from my mouth, definitely, keep it respectful here. That's what I'm talking about, Thank you guys so much. I just thank you so much for your support. Have a ball, talking about the sport of boxing. I hope everybody's well. I hope everybody is safe with this whole transitioning that's going on in the world, transitioning, public places open up slowly but surely, but stay safe, that's what I'm talking about. So as you can see in the thumbnail, I want to definitely talk about this, Jermall Charlo and David Benavidez potential fight. As you guys know, they've been going back and forth, they've been going back and forth, and there's a recent video. And you can go back. Everybody knows, generally speaking, of what's going on between these two. Jermall Charlo is a 160-pounder, middleweight fighter. Champ, definitely. And you go back years. He's been wanting to fight Canelo. That's who he's been calling out. For one reason or another, they haven't fought. I know it's complicated. I know it's controversial to the reason why they haven't fought, when it comes to the reasoning. Canelo getting the franchise championship belt or what have you, and jumping up to whatever weight class he jumped up, 175 or whatever, and Charlo wanted to fight him but he couldn't, because it's Canelo jumping around, whatever. You can say, oh no, it's not Canelo's fault, or you can say, oh, it's not Charlo's fault, whatever. I don't know, it's just too complex and crazy. So for whatever reason, they haven't fought yet. Okay, I'm just going to leave it like that, man. And Charlo, his main, his eyes are on the prize as far as Canelo. They have been on the prize for years. After certain fights, he would call out Canelo and, we're cinnamon, Canelo, I've definitely respected. I just want to give my point on my perspective on these fighters, and then I'll get into what their potential fight and stuff like that. I've definitely respected the trajectory of both Charlo brothers, man. They're awesome fighters. I love them, I love watching them fight. I love to see their skills portrayed in the ring, the sweet science by these two fighters. You can see their growth throughout the years, just beautiful sportsmanship as far as what they do in the ring, athleticism or whatever you want to term it. I just like watching them box, man. Okay, let's just put it that way. Love watching them fight. And recently, okay, the thing here, ladies and gentlemen, let me put this out. Things change. Tables turn in the sport of boxing. It may look like it's going to happen like this, but then it just totally switches and it happens like that. Okay? That's just the sport of boxing, and we gotta accept it. It is what it is, okay? Yeah. And then why do I say this? Because it seemed like, Charlo, he's been chasing Canelo. And now the tables are turning. Now it looks like the focal point with Charlo is between, is with David Benavidez now. Because I think this all started, you can correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section or what have you, or in the live chat if you tune into the premiere. I like premiere my videos because we can chat away with those who jump in, and it's fun. If this all started between Charlo and Benavidez, with Charlo saying that he can, I don't know, something came up about Benavidez while Charlo was on whatever media live, I don't know, and he said he would knock out Benavidez. And then Benavidez responded and said, "Oh, you want the smoke? Okay, Benavidez, he's a real one, man. He's a real one. He's not messing around. I like Benavidez. his attitude and his mindset, because his attitude is, of course, he wants Canelo also. He's been calling him out too, okay? He wants all these guys. He wants Caleb Plant. He's been calling him. They have had a feud for a minute, Caleb Plant and Benavidez. And it looks like Caleb Plant, I don't know, man. I don't know about him. I don't know. Between Plant and Benavidez, because recently Plant, said, oh, he doesn't deserve, fighting me because, he missed weight, and I don't know, whatever reason Plant gave. I understand, you know what I'm saying? But I also understand he's gonna fight Canelo. So, I mean, that's projected, right? I personally think, man, that, Benavidez is genuine. That's what I want to get at in his stance with wanting to fight all these guys. He wants to fight all these guys. He wants to fight Canelo, Plant, now Charlo. He's about it. Benavidez is not those type of dudes, to say something and not do it, or to say something and not pursue it. So getting back to that, when, Charlo, said he would knock out Benavidez or whatever. This was before the Brian Custer interview that everybody saw, okay? Recent one, all right? And I'm going to get to that in a moment. So, I'm just giving a little summary of what's been going on between these two, just in case somebody doesn't remember or what have you, or know about it. So, yeah. Benavidez said, okay, you will knock me out. Let's do it. Let's fight. And this was like before the Ellis fight, that Benavidez had with Ellis, between him and Ellis. Benavidez won impressively. And I'm going to talk about that, in the live I'm going to have this week. Okay, so please put your notification bells on, ladies and gentlemen. Please put them on, all right? Notification bells on, please. Just click on it. And if there are any new listeners, just subscribe. It doesn't cost you nothing. You know what I'm saying? If you love boxing, this is a place for you. This is a place for you. You know what I'm saying? So Benavidez responds to Charlo, and this was way before, the recent interview with Brian Custer that Charlo had. And everybody knows what's going on. I'm not saying Charlo's not a real one. I just explained at the beginning of this video. You know what I'm saying? I love Charlo. I love his trajectory in this career. I love watching him fight. You know what I'm saying? Cool guy. Awesome fighter. Then he responds to Benavidez saying, I don't know, man. I mean, some people took it as, some people said out there, he was just playing. He was just playing. But I don't know, man. I just see that kind of fishy on my side. I don't know if he was playing. I don't know if he was serious. But, to me, it looks kind of fishy. Just as I see, like I said, I'm 100 with everybody. Just as I see kind of fishy what Canelo has been saying throughout the years. Or he said at least a few times. I don't want to fight Mexican fighters. I mean, I see that kind of fishy also. I saw it fishy when he popped dirty. I see it fishy when Dillian White popped dirty. I saw it fishy when Kovalev popped dirty recently. I mean, you see, all these fighters, I'm 100. I just got to put that out there, and I'm going to keep saying it. I don't care who it is, okay? So with Charlo, when he said that, I'm not going to fight, I don't know, something along the lines. I really didn't pay attention because I thought, what? I didn't see much importance to it, because a fighter speaking like that, it made me feel like, what? And I didn't say much. Okay, you could check out my channel. I mean, I didn't say too much about it, but I did see it fishy, okay? I saw that fishy. I'm not going to fight anybody under 25 or something like that. You get your vaccine first, and I'll fight you. And then he came out and said, I'm not a 168 pounder. I'm not a 160 pounder. I'm what? Okay, that was weird to me, man. Okay, like I said, I'm not saying he's lying. I'm not saying he wasn't. I'm not saying, I don't know, dude. I don't know what the heck to say about that. I just see it kind of fishy. Okay, okay. I'm just gonna, let's just leave it at that. Okay. I'm not siding more with this guy or that guy. I don't know, but. Okay, now, so Brian Custer comes out recently. Oh yeah, and David Benavidez, after Charlo says that, David Benavidez comes out. I mean, this is what I like, his stance. I like David Benavidez's stance. And then he comes out in interviews and other platforms and what have you. I think on Blue Blood also. Shouts out to Blue Blood, my guy right there, man. Blue Blood shows a lot of love, man. He's a real one, man. And he had David Benavidez on his platform, and and amongst other interviews, generally speaking, David Benavidez said, you know what, I'm not playing with these guys. I want to fight. I'm not playing. I'm not. That's his stance. He just wants to fight. He wants to put all the bull jive aside. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. That's Benavidez, man. That's what I love about him. So now we come to recent, a recent interview with Brian Custer, Mr. Custer. He has his YouTube channel. Go subscribe to him if you haven't. He had an interview with Jermall Charlo, okay? And man, obviously Brian Custer asked him about Benavidez. Will you fight? Something along the lines of that. Are you gonna fight? Are you gonna fight Benavidez? Something like that. And he said, man, he said, do you want to fight Benavidez? Something like that. And then Charlo responded, yeah. And then he started saying, I'm gonna knock him out. I'm gonna knock him out. And now Charlo looks like he really wants to fight him. Okay, like I said, with this whole thing he's been saying lately, okay, I'm gonna drink my coffee there. With this whole thing he's been saying lately of, vaccination, blah, blah, blah. Now he just recently comes out and it really looks like he's determined now to fight Benavidez. I don't know about before. Maybe, okay, this is what I'm kind of thinking here. This is my analytical side, okay? Because that's what this platform's about. We analyze things, you know what I'm saying? I think that he felt the pressure from the community, man. You see, ladies and gentlemen, I've been saying this about all these fighters. What happens with Teofimo Lopez? Okay, it's just a quick example. When Teofimo Lopez goes live, all you see is Haney. When are you gonna fight Haney? When are you gonna fight Haney? Haney. When are you gonna fight Haney? Haney. When are you gonna fight Haney? Haney. You see what I'm saying? When another fighter goes on, you see the same thing. Whatever the name is, you're gonna get the Okay, for example, when Bud goes live, what happens? Spence, when are you gonna fight Spence? Go guess who I fight Spence? If I fight Porter. Hey, when are you gonna fight Porter? Hey, when are you gonna fight Porter? Spence, when are you gonna fight Spence? Bud, just Spence. That's all you see. Yeah, I understand. Of course, you see other things, but a lot of the community, the community is gonna pressure you. The community is gonna pressure a fighter when they say something. You see what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? I've said it time and time again. We're in a digital era, man. It is what it is. One of the consequences and ramifications of living in a digital era is these fighters, man, to a certain extent, they're going to be held accountable for what they say to a certain extent. If they say something and call somebody out, the community is going to get on you for that. If a fighter calls out any other fighter or what have you, or if there's a big fight that everyone wants to see, and that fighter goes live on social media, whatever the heck, you're going to see in that live chat, when are you going to fight so-and-so? When are you going to fight so-and-so? Hey, let the fight him. You see, that's what they're going to see. You know what I'm saying? And it could be, this is why I'm saying this, it could be that Charlo, man, because ever since this thing, they start going back and forth just a little bit, Charlo, and it's not like they've been going back and forth long. That's why I respect these guys, They haven't been going back and forth much, but enough to where the boxing community has, turned their heads and they're like, yo, I want to see this fight. Wait, you guys gonna fight? Bring it. Let's do it. Come on, we want to see it. And then it just started, a little spark ignited the forest. Now it's a forest fire. You see what I'm saying? It's a forest fire where Charlo and Benavidez are standing in the midst of it. The heat and the pressure's on. And it can be, this is what I think, to a certain extent. I think that Charlo's feeling that pressure, man. And it's time to fight, man. He knows what the community's saying, And I've been saying this time and time again, I'm not even going to say the names, man, because some people think I don't like this guy or that guy. No, of course not. I love all these fighters, you know what I'm saying? I think I've said that enough and presented that enough on my platform. For example, if a fighter doesn't fight another fighter, and they've been going back and forth for a long, or not even just going back and forth, if it's a mandatory or what have you, and it's a legit mandatory where you say, you know what, this is competitive, and you don't fight that person, the community is going to get all over you. I've been saying that. The community is going to get all over a fighter. You know what I'm saying? So I feel Charlo felt that pressure. And now he's like, you know what, I got to fight him now. This would be perfect because Canelo, he's out the window as far as, a possibility of fighting these two fighters. It's not. It's most likely. You guys, we can forget, please. Let's just forget Charlo versus Canelo. Let's forget even Benavidez versus Canelo. Let's just forget that, because it's not going to happen this year. I'm almost positive. I hope I'm wrong. I've said it time and time again. I hope I'm wrong, concerning several things, So this is the more realistic fight that has to happen. Now, if you go to BoxRec, a lot of people know it, but I just want to show you just for proof or whatever you want to call it, right? Okay, so, boxrec.com, link in the description. You check it out. Okay, so it says here, I mean, last fight that Charlo had was back in, September? Against Chenko. So, that was his last fight. Everybody knows, Benavidez' last fight, Ellis. He just fought against Ellis. He performed wonderfully. You know what I'm saying? He performed wonderfully against Ellis. But we see here that, Maul's last fight was in September of 2020. That's, it just depends on the time that you hear this video. But the time I'm making this video, it's 6 months. It's been 6 months that Charlo has fought. That's too long. Okay, I'm sorry, man. I mean, I'm pushing that. I'm pushing this that fighters got to fight more. And platforms out there are pushing the same thing. Some of them, at least, that really genuinely love the sport of boxing. Genuinely. And know about it enough to say that, fighters got to fight more. Jermall, his last fight was 6 months ago. He has to get back in the ring, man. And it implies if you fight more, you're going to make more money. Go get your money, man. Go fight. Make a legacy, man. You see? Charlo has to fight, man. He has to fight. Now, I personally think that he's not going to fight Benavidez next. Because you know the story, ladies and gentlemen. And this is just for everybody. This is just for all these fighters. It's not, I'm picking on Charlo. Of course not. It's just generally when you use logic and when you see the pattern of most of these fighters, okay, when they're out for a minute, in this case 6 months to a year, because unfortunately now it's a freaking year these guys take a break. It's just like, my gosh. Anyways, they're gonna come back and do a warm-up gig, okay, lube job, whatever they call it. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna do a warm-up gig. They're gonna do a sparring match, partner fight, whatever you want to call it. Just like what Canelo did. I mean, what did he do? Yildirim, the warm-up gig. No one wants to see that. Everybody knows it's a warm-up gig. You know what I'm saying? I think Charlo's going to do that. Because, Benavidez, man, everybody knows the story. And I agree with what Charlo said, too, in this. That, okay, and I'm not breaking this fight down just yet. But I've always had this in my mind. But I haven't even talked about it because I reiterate, Canelo versus Benavidez is not even happening, okay? It's not going to happen soon. It's not, not this year. Just forget about it, you know what I'm saying? When this whole Benavidez talk and Canelo talk, Benavidez got to fight Canelo. Benavidez got to, or on the contrary, Canelo got to fight Benavidez. Canelo got to fight Benavidez. I haven't even mentioned it on this platform. I haven't even mentioned that because it's not going to happen soon, at least. Maybe next year, but who knows? My respect if Canelo fights him this year. Fights Benavidez at the end of this year. Wow. That would be amazing. But I doubt it. So what I'm saying here is that stylistically, okay, so this is what I want to talk about. I haven't really broken it down because it's not, Charlo versus Benavidez is probably not going to happen next. But I agree with what Charlo said in the interview with Custer. He said that he gets hit too much, and that's true. Now, Benavidez is young. He's still growing. He's still learning. But fight after fight, you see Benavidez get clocked, man. He gets clocked nicely and cleanly. He needs to work on his head movement, man. And a lot of times it keeps his arms down, okay? That's prime target for Charlo. That's prime target for a boxer like Charlo. Why a boxer? Because Charlo boxes also. He boxes. He has pretty good seasoned boxing IQ in the ring. Maybe not as seasoned as Canelo. Canelo's amazingly seasoned, man. I'm not taking anything away from that, But Charlo's really, he's quite seasoned and experienced when it comes to boxing IQ in the ring. The jab, fighting on the inside. He can get hurt on the inside, though, and that's where Benavidez has advantage. I mean, I think he did get hurt when he was fighting Chenko. I don't remember which round it was. I think it was around the mid-fight. I don't remember which round. I'm not going to say which round, but it was like around mid-fight. Chenko was digging into the body. It looks like, to a certain extent, Charlo was hurt, and he was trying to, trying to back off, and it looked like he got hurt. His reaction. But, the jab, he can fight on the inside after, when he fought Chenko, he was fighting nice in the pocket to a certain extent, but that's danger if he does that against Benavidez, but Benavidez, he does get hit a lot, man. I mean, let's face the facts here. Let's face the facts. Charlo did say that in the Brian Custer interview, and I agree with that. So, I mean, it would serve for a great fight, though. This would serve for an amazing fight. But I reiterate, I don't think it's going to happen next. But I see this more possible. This is a more probable fight. I repeat, forget about Charlo fighting Canelo. That's not going to happen this year. Canelo has his hands tied. For you already know, for Billy Joe, for Plant, okay, that his hands are tied. Forget it. Charlo has been out the ring for 6 months. He has to fight, man. His next fight, I mean, obviously, we all want to see Charlo versus Benavidez next. That's what we want to see. But let's be realistic, okay? 6 months, he hasn't been in the ring, Charlo. You actually think he's going to step up, move up in weight, and his first fight be Benavidez? No. Nah, I doubt it. Like all these guys, man, they move up to a certain weight class and say, oh, I got to warm up and, test the waters, blah, blah, blah. It's not going to happen next, ladies and gentlemen. If I'm wrong, awesome. Heck yeah. Nobody else is saying it like that. I am. I don't care. And some things I don't care if I'm wrong. Heck yeah. Prove me wrong, fighters. Prove me wrong, Charlo. So if I'm wrong, heck yeah. So most likely it's going to be Charlo, a little warm-up gig. Move up to 168, warm-up fight there, and then fight Benavidez towards the end of the year. Right now it's around March, so maybe, I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know. The more I think about it, who knows? Okay, there's no fight announcement, I mean, for Charlo. Okay, let's just theoretically speak here. Okay, so Benavidez, he's ready. I'm not questioning him. That's why I'm not even saying, oh, Benavidez, I don't think he's, because he just fought Ellis. He's ready for another fight in 4 months. Because what Benavidez has been presenting, he said he wants to fight his way back. That's another reason why I respect Benavidez in that aspect, because he's been saying, you know what, and he accepts it. He's mature enough to accept it. He's not trying to find a free ticket to fight Canelo. No, he said, I got to fight. If I want to fight these names, and not just Canelo, these other names that we were just talking about. He said, if I want to fight these big names, I got to fight my way back up. So that means being active. I'm saying that. I'm adding that, okay? But, so on Benavidez' side, he's ready. I mean, that's nothing to question there, ladies and gentlemen. Benavidez he's not going to back off. If Charlo comes and says, okay, let's fight. My next fight is you, Benavidez. All right, let's negotiate. Let's get it on. And they're under Al Heyman. So, I mean, it would happen easier, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. And he just fought Ellis, so Benavidez can fight in another 4 months. Easy work right there to fight. I'm not saying Charlo's easy work, of course not. I'm saying it's easy work for him to fight in the following 4 months, 3 months, whatever. But Charlo, there has not been an announcement for him to fight anybody next. He's been out the ring for 6 months. You guys actually think, ladies and gentlemen, that Charlo's going to move up to 168 and fight Benavidez the first fight at 168? I don't think so. I don't think so, okay? I just don't think so. And I'm not saying, oh, Charlo's ducking. No, of course not. But I'm just saying how these fighters are doing things in this era, ladies and gentlemen. That's how it's happening. That's what's going on. A fighter moves up to a certain division. They're going to have a warm-up gig, whatever they call it, before actually fighting the champion of that division. There are some exceptions. I know it. Yes, there are exceptions to that, okay? But let's see. Man, that would be just awesome if Charlo moved up to 168 and fought Benavidez first. Oh my gosh, that would be so awesome for the boxing community. The fans would be the winners in this. The fans would be the winners in this. I think it's the best thing for us to see that. You know, I reiterate, Charlo has been out the ring for a long time. 6 months for me is a long time, ladies and gentlemen. It's long enough. These fighters got to be fighting at least every 5 months. Every 5 months, every 4 months. Get you're young, you're prime, go get the bag and make legacy. Make your legacy. But they're just not doing it nowadays like that. It's just it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm not complaining about it. It's just it is what it is. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to complain that the sky is blue. I'm not going to complain that, it is what it is, okay? And when these fighters fight, I appreciate what I see. You know what I'm saying? I like what I see. I like watching them. I love the sport of boxing. So for me, it doesn't seem that Charlo's first fight at 168 is going to be against Benavidez. Please prove us wrong. Okay, but Charlo, come on. So he's been out the ring 6 months. He's probably going to have a warm-up gig at 168 when he moves up. So, and if he does that, traditionally speaking, these fighters have to train at least 2 months, 3 months, and then promotion and all that. So it would extend the Benavidez Charlo fight down the line a lot. So probably towards the end of the year, March, April, May, June. Yeah, so we would say that maybe theoretically speaking, if Benavidez fights a warm-up gig at 168 before fighting Benavidez, or maybe around June they would fight or something like that. Early June or something like that, right? And then they can make the Benavidez Charlo fight 3 months after, June, July, August, September, around September-ish. That would be awesome. Please fight. Oh, man, we want to see this fight. So why am I saying this? Why am I bringing this video out? Because it intrigued me now. Now I'm more intrigued, okay? Now I am more intrigued between a Benavidez and Charlo fight. By the time I post this video up, Benavidez probably responded already. Responded Charlo about what he said in the Brian Custer interview. I repeat, I'm sure you saw the video already. Okay, the interview, it's recent. Charlo said he wants to fight Benavidez. Now he looks like he wants to fight him. I don't know about before, playing around with that vaccine stuff. I don't know about that. I don't know. It just seemed fishy to me. You can say he was playing. You can say he was pulling Benavidez's leg and just messing around. I don't know, man. I just see it fishy. I look at it sideways. I personally think that he felt the pressure of the community. Now, hey, you got to go fight him now, bro. You got to back up what you're saying. So please, man, I hope this happens. Now, you're going to see, ladies and gentlemen, pay attention. I'm sure Benavidez is going to respond. This is all going to be a wonderful build-up. I'm cool with the build-up. I'm cool with it. If they're going to fight, I'm cool with the build-up. I'm cool if they go back and forth at it, That's what they did back in the day in the golden era of boxing. Let's not hide that fact. That's what they did. They went back and forth hardcore, and they fought. That's what I'm talking about. So if these guys really fight, I'm cool with them going back and forth. It's going to build up the momentum. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to build up the momentum, and the boxing community is going to show up and show out and watching this and supporting it. So, man, let's see what happens next, man. Renee Boxing, thanks so much for liking, subscribing, tuning in. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Renee Boxing, I reiterate, is a platform where we discuss and critique, analyze, and just simply talk about the sport of boxing in a level-headed fashion. If you love boxing, this is a platform for you. I could just say it like that. We keep it simple here, you know what I'm saying? We love boxing. No biases up in here. That's what I'm talking about, So go ahead and hit the notification bell because I go on live. I have flash lives. Hit the notification bell so you can know. And when my premieres come on, all right? I post videos out and with premieres via premieres in that manner, so that have your notification bell on. The reason why I post my videos now, I've been doing it for a minute now. Recently, I guess you can say, posting videos up as premiere is so that I can chat with the community and collaborate. I love to collaborate with the community as much as I can when I get the opportunity to. When it's not live, my alternative to collaborating with you all via videos is having premieres so that I can chat with you all. You see what I'm saying? That's what it's about. It's about us. It's about you. It's about us. It's our platform. We all collaborate. It's not about me, and about my videos. No, it's about collaborating when I post videos with the community. That's what it's all about. I want to hear your opinions. please comment in the comment sections. Tune into the premieres and obviously in the lives. So put your notification bell so you know when we go live. Okay, definitely, man. So I plan on going live this week, definitely, man. So just keep your eye out, keep your eyes peeled. Thank you so much for supporting, man. Renee Box Young. Stay safe, everybody. Like, subscribe, share. Peace out, fam.